My name is William Tsai. I live in Taipei, Taiwan, a small country in Asia with a population 23 million people. In a Gallup poll in 2011, nearly half the respondents said that they expected China to replace USA as the world's leading economic power. Within 20 years, and if this happens, the world's largest country, with a population of 1.3 billion, also will be world's leading economic power. Currently, two-way trade between the US and China exceed of 100 billion each year, and it's only going to get bigger. Therefore, the number of American businessmen visiting China, as well as Hong Kong and Taiwan, will also continue to grow. Are American values and standards behavior identical to those in China? The answer, of course, is no. Therefore, suppose of American visiting China were invited to a Chinese person's home for dinner. Would they know the do's and don'ts of Chinese culture, what to expect, how to react? Again, most likely the answer is no. Thus, this is the theme of my speech today. If you were invited to a Chinese person's home, what will you bear in mind? Entering the home, taking off your shoes, putting on slippers. Mention that unlike the USA, where people wear their shoes around the house, in Asia, particularly in China, people never wear the shoes inside the house. Even in the bathroom, you will find the plastic slippers. So when you enter in the house, it's going to be two different separate slippers for bathroom and kitchen. On the gift part, if you decide to bring a gift, then you should give the host as you enter in the home right away. However, be careful with selecting the gift. Do not give Chinese people things like clocks, scissors, knife, and umbrellas, or anything quantities with 4, because all these things are associated with death in Chinese culture. Good gift will be the things like food item, wine, plants, flowers, etc., or anything the quantity of 8. It varies a species number in Chinese culture. The first thing that you will be offered when entering Chinese person's home is a cup of tea, which you should accept rather than ask for something else to drink. That shows the respect. As to the meal itself, there's an old saying in Chinese that Western people eat to live, but Chinese people live to eat. To Chinese people, meals are very important social event. This is why the dining room table in the majority of home is wrong, so that people can interact socially with each other while sharing food from center of table. Eat plenty of food to show that you are enjoying the meal, but don't eat the last bit of any dish. The reason for this, because you finish off any dish, it will signal to the host that he or she did not prepare enough food, and this will cause them to lose face. So roughly explain what's lose face. Face is roughly translated as honor, good reputation, or respect. Chinese people have a great respect for their elders. Therefore, if an older person is at a table, always let them go first. First one to select food, or the first one to pick from a new dish coming up. Also, you should try at least a bit of every dish, even if the food is not your favorite. This will taken as a sign of respect for your host. When using chopstick, never stick your chopstick in your rice so that stand up straight. because Chinese people think this resembles incense sticks used as attempt to pay respect to the dead. Never spear your food with your chopstick, but picks up your food in proper manner. And never point the chopstick to other person. This amounts insulting that person. Sometimes an extra pair of chopsticks will be placed on the platter of food. These are for public use for food from the platter and should be returned to that platter after use. When drinking alcohol, a Chinese dinner, remember that, unlike Western, Chinese people don't like to drink alone. Therefore, you should invite the other guests to drink with you and offer them a toast. After the meal is finished, do not be hurried to leave right away. That is, stay at least until additional 30 minutes to 1 hour to show them that the respect for your host. Chinese people are extremely friendly and will go out of their way to make sure that you enjoy yourself in their home. Therefore, remembering to abide by their custom and show respect for their culture will be truly appreciated by your host. Thank you.